your sketches that you're doing, those are the best fucking comedy sketches that are on the internet right now.
Hey, thanks for the compliment, Joe Rogan. I really appreciate that. Definitely agree with you on that one. Hey, what are your thoughts on the movie Battlefield Earth starring John Travolta?
Tell RH.
He's in Fortnite now.
Is he sure?
Yes, they added Peter Griffin.
Oh, I thought you meant John Travolta.
That'd be sick. If
Soon.
They should do. What Travolta would it be?
It should be Battlefield Earth.
It should be Battlefield Earth Travolta, yeah. We
Wasn't
need
it
Battle...
like Thar. They had the worst.
Thurl or Hurl or something. I don't know.
What?
Turl.
Turtle. Yeah.
Turl.
Entourage?
Yeah, Turtle.
They all had the dumbest names.
Entourage.
And then all the dudes just named like Johnny and Barry and all like dumb white people names.
Yeah. We'll get into it. I mean, are we good to go? We can just go.
Yeah, let's just start. That's a good as intro as we'd ever
got
had.
into it. John Travolta, Fortnite.
Battlefield Earth characters in Fortnite.
And you know how they have like the extra add-ons to his skin? You can do bald John Travolta too.
Bald John Travolta,
It
yeah.
was the alien but bald.
And if they do hairspray, John Travolta.
Yo, that's okay,
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
John Travolta.
That would be the
We'll
John
have,
Travolta.
yeah.
Travolta.
You get 4 skins. You get Battlefield Earth
You get 4
Travolta, Hairspray Travolta, Look Who's Talking Now Travolta.
Yeah. Michael Travolta.
They're not that different.
Yeah.
One has wings.
Yeah. Have you guys seen Michael?
No.
Okay,
Brother or son?
No, that was our last episode we did.
Yeah.
Check out our Michael episode last week. Hey, look at this. The boys are back.
Look at this.
Gunnar and Riley. The much requested.
The Brothers Walgren. I like that. I like that title. The
pretty good.
Brothers Walgren.
Hey,
I'll
and we
take
watched
that.
another shitty Travolta movie for Travolta-sember.
Shitty, bite your tongue. I had a great time.
Did you really?
It was entertaining.
It was fine. Yeah, it was like
shitty. Not
it
wrong.
felt like a B movie, but it definitely didn't have the budget of like a typical B movie.
right.
Well, it
couldn't-
lost like $40 million,
yeah.
so yeah, it did not have the budget of a B movie.
Yeah.
Did it? This is maybe jumping ahead of it, but was the camera work bad and the editing, or no? Was the camera work good and the editing bad, or vice versa?
Camera work was terrible.
I think the camera work
Okay,
was
yeah.
terrible and the editing was
A lot of
okay.
like Dutch close-ups,
Yeah.
tilted to the side, and I was like, "This is
The
choice."
editing. There's a lot
Every
of, like,
single
opening
transition's a
swipes.
wipe. Yeah, they're
a
all
lot
wipes.
of wipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of them were like slowed down, and every time it was like on a person,
Yeah.
it was slowed down. They would just be them moving.
The editor was like, okay, Phantom Menace came out last year.
I was gonna say.
Matrix came
Here's
out
the
last
thing.
year. Sci-fi is fucking back, and George Lucas said we got to have the wipes.
Here's the thing. So I did research into this movie. The director was an assistant director on The Phantom Menace.
No shit.
yeah.
That's where he got the wipes.
Yeah. He borrowed George
You know what
Lucas's
Jordan-
computer.
Oh.
He's not a Scientologist, I found out. The director, he is a Buddhist. I don't remember his name, but because I was thinking, like, why the fuck would this guy want to make this movie?
I mean, the movie doesn't have anything to do with Scientology.
It was an L. Ron Hubbard book.
I know.
But I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
the book itself is part of like the Scientology theology,
lore.
if you
No.
could call it that. The theology of Scientology.
I think it's just like a novel he wrote.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
just a novel he wrote. He wrote it in, I want to say 81 or something, and he gave Travolta a signed copy. And ever since then, Travolta...
What? Is that really why he did this?
Yeah. So ever since then, Travolta's been trying to get this movie made. L. Ron Hubbard originally wanted to, I don't know, produce or direct. He wanted to make this movie.
Then he croaked, thank God.
Travolta's not a
Let's say he can afford
Scientologist,
it.
is he?
What?
Is he?
Yes,
I don't
he
know.
is.
Oh.
Travolta's a major
He's like the second most
Scientologist.
famous
Breaking news for
Scientologist.
Gunnar.
Okay.
This is news.
Yeah.
I thought
It's like
he was
why he's in this movie.
I thought he was like Scientologist sympathizer. Like Will Smith is this. He's not a Scientologist, but he like is a
Same with
Scientologist.
Jerry, I think.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Really?
He dabbled in Scientology.
He's gonna make a synthesis
dipped a toe.
of Jewish Scientology.
Yeah.
He had a cup of Scientology coffee. Just
There's
one.
some like sleeper Scientologists too, like Lauren Prepon from That 70s Show and Orange is the New Black.
What's his face?
Don-
Danny Masterson was a Scientologist.
Danny Masterson
Yeah.
as well, yeah.
Not a very good example.
Right.
What's his name? From Alvin Chipmunks.
Oh, Jason Lee.
Jason
Yeah.
Lee. Yeah.
Jason Lee is a
Jason Lee.
Scientologist.
My name is Earl. Yeah.
That just crushed my entire viewing of My Name is Earl and all the cool skateboard tricks he's ever done.
Elizabeth Moss of Handmaid's Tale and whatnot.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Giovanni Ribisi.
I knew that.
Oh, okay.
I thought, damn, come on.
Travolta
Jason
was in
Lee,
the
that
Tom
one's...
Cruise South Park episode. He told
Yeah,
him
he
to come out
was.
of the closet.
So is R. Kelly, but he's not. He's just a pedophile.
Yeah, no, he's got other problems.
Yeah.
What Yardley Smith is Lisa's voice, and Nancy Cartwright, Bart's voice, is a Scientologist.
Is she really?
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
she did like a telemarketing thing where it was like a robocaller that would go out to people in the Bart Simpson voice. And she's like, "Hey man, come check out the, what do they call it? Auditing seminar at the Ramada Inn in Hollywood Hills in the Bart Simpson voice." It was very
Oh,
weird.
that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I think I heard one of the current female women SNL cast members is a Scientologist as well. I think it's one of the new girls. Maybe I don't know who exactly, but
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it.
that came up. I was like, oh, how do you work there? Is that
Studio H or whatever it is?
I'm still really broken over Jason Lee being a Scientologist,
Just looking up
dude.
the floor, just
My name is Earl, and I'm here to be a Scientologist. Like, come on.
Paperwork for you.
Yeah.
My name is Earl. Come get audited at my trailer.
There's an alt timeline where he wins the lottery and just gives it to the Church of Scientology.
Yeah.
So, as far as is this the only L. Ron Hubbard book that has been made into a movie that we're aware of?
I believe so.
There may
He might. L. Ron Hubbard might have some movies that.
Yeah, because I know he wrote a shit ton of books.
Some home movies.
Yeah, some home
Talk about some tapes that we don't know about.
Yeah,
Is that the
He might have
implication?
some tapes.
Some R. Kelly style tapes.
I am willing to give the benefit of the doubt to this movie for like maybe the book is better. I doubt it, but
I doubt it
You wrote the
too.
book.
yeah, right. Well, this
We
book
keep talking about doing
podcast
Paradizo
now.
book club.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It definitely feels like you guys know when the book was written.
Yeah.
He said like
Okay,
early 80s.
So like, yeah, it's definitely like Orson was the guy. It felt to me like an Ender's Game era of science
Yeah,
fiction
yeah,
book.
yeah, I
Like
can see
was
that.
that like era of like 80s, 90s sci-fi writing.
Yeah.
I feel like people just pumped him out back then, but
Yeah.
it definitely smacked of that.
Yeah.
And
They just like. What do they call it? Post-apocalyptic, or what do they call this? This genre?
Dystopian.
Dystopian.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Dystopian sci-fi, and it's like I don't know. It's a lot of like technology stuff, but I feel like its aesthetic is almost kind of like fantasy sci-fi too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
The aliens, they have a terrible name. What is this, Psychonaut?
Cyclo.
Clothes, yeah.
Cyclo killer.
Uncreative ass name.
Yeah.
They have uncreative ass alien names. Is like Thur, and then Forrest Whitaker is another lame sci-fi name.
Dale.
Dale. My name is Earl.
Earl, yeah, Earl the alien.
Earl and Thurl.
Earl and Thurl, yeah,
That's
what it
Forrest
is.
Whitaker's Earl. We got it.
We got to remake Battlefield Earth with just all the famous Scientologists.
Yo.
They do it.
Yeah,
They
they
do
would.
it. Tom Cruise
And they'd make it good.
Actually, probably do a good job as Johnny
Johnny.
Human.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Lee as Turl.
That was another question I had.
It's like, what's up, crab man? I'm here to shoot you in the face with this intelligence ray.
Yeah. Why of all roles? Like, I get it because it's sort of the main role, but why did Travolta pick this role for him to play?
Because he's like the
main
dumbest
producer.
motherfucker in the
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
I don't think he would have been a convincing like young hero either. He was a
Yeah,
little
I was
middle. He was
saying-
kind of like older at the time.
And that was the only other major role.
yeah.
I think it
So-
was one of those things where, like, at the time when he received the book that you were mentioning,
Yeah.
maybe he was more,
Yeah.
he had his eyes more on like the younger caveman gentleman.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, sometimes things take a longer to make than usual.
I wonder what the description of the aliens was like in the book. Was it just like,
Did they have dreadlocks?
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, if that was an
yeah.
aesthetic choice or like it was
Right.
in the book. Yeah.
Fuck, what did I write?
I don't know. White people didn't know what dreadlocks were. L. Ron Hubbard did not know.
They still don't.
If you said dreadlocks to L. Ron Hubbard at any point in his life, he would have been like, "What is that?"
I think
You would think it was an alien.
I think he lived on a boat for part of his life, so he probably went down to Jamaica and was like, "Oh, they got a good look."
Yeah, these aliens, they look like somewhere between like some sort of Star Trek alien and like.
Yeah.
In the 90s, there was a show that Ron Perlman did with Linda Hamilton. It was Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, yeah.
Looked like a lot like Ron Perlman's
It kinda
Beast.
did, yeah.
Like a mixture
Hollywood's
of
favorite
Very shitty
caveman.
prosthetics,
Yeah.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy thing about the boat, like, because that's where Scientology, they're like clergy, I guess. They're called the Sea Corps, and they dress like they're in the Navy, and it's organized like they're in the Navy because L. Ron Hubbard was in the Navy. And,
Yeah.
They're just out at sea all the time.
and so they lived.
They're probably breaking some international
I was
laws.
gonna say,
Yeah,
there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
They traveled around on that. It was like a big ass yacht sized boat in the 70s, and just traveled around. And they were in Morocco when there was like a military coup that took place there in the 70s. And so there's like conspiracy theories that L. Ron Hubbard helped orchestrate a military coup in Morocco in the 70s on his boat. So
He also has some pedophile allegations against him.
astounding.
Yeah.
So shocked.
Who would have thunk it?
Maybe the
Create an
Moroccan.
entire religion to get little
Yeah, a
boys.
cult leader who's a pedophile? Nah. That is,
Maybe he took
Never
the
heard of
Moroccan coup as a bit of inspiration for this Battlefield
maybe,
Earth book
yeah.
we're talking about here.
The cavemen
As the
fighting
cavemen
the
coup.
technological-
yeah, he was like, we're gonna go tell all these Arabs are like the regular humans, and we're the smart cavemen aliens, and we're gonna help Morocco out by overthrowing the government.
You haven't seen The Master, right?
No, I really want to.
Have you seen The Master? Have
Is
you
it
seen The
about-
Is that golf?
No, yeah. It's about golf balls. It's just a movie about the guy who invented golf balls.
Oh, it sounds terrible.
No, it's about the guy who makes the Master's jacket,
Yeah,
the
the
green
guy
jacket,
tailors
the tailor.
jackets, yeah. So wait,
Is Masters not a golf ball?
No, Masters is a golf event.
It's like the
and
biggest golf event, I think.
Fuck me.
Titleist is the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Callaway.
we
I could
just
go
name
on.
golf balls.
Schlesinger? Is that a golf? Schlesinger?
Not familiar.
Because I remember in Goldfinger they were like, "Oh, he plays a Schlesinger." All right, fuck me.
It could be a European
Can't
golf
recall.
ball.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably a European
so-
golf
In
ball.
the Master is Philip Seymour Hoffman, L. Ron Hubbard.
He's not L. Ron Hubbard, but he is like a cult leader, Scientology.
He's like a stand-in
guy.
for him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like explicitly about Scientology. It's just like a cult thing.
It is about Scientology,
Okay.
but it's not like this is Scientology, movie. It's just like
Saying it without saying it.
charismatic leader who's a science fiction author and lives on a boat and like was in the Navy.
Okay.
And takes advantage of like dumb
they would
people.
get their asses sued off if they went that hard at Scientology in like a major.
Yeah.
They love to sue people,
Yeah,
Scientologists.
I mean,
It's defamation.
But the Catholics let them
They're not
make
as
that
nice as
movie
the
a few
Mormons.
years ago where they exposed all the priests
yeah,
for
right.
molesting.
That proves Catholicism. Yeah, the Vatican.
Yeah,
has
we don't
thicker skin
we don't
than-
shut anyone up. We're like,
Yeah.
go ahead, make a movie. We'll just fire all of them, or will we?
Or will.
come on, Mark Ruffalo, make a movie about us.
Yeah.
Or who's another really Catholic, famous
He's
Scorsese. There
the
we
first
go.
one that comes to mind. Martin Sheen, big Catholic guy.
Oh yeah, Emilio Estevez is
Martin
also.
Sheen too. There's plenty. Mel Gibson. That's a bad example,
G.
but who?
Melly G.
Oh, Melly G.
Yeah.
I thought you said like Ali G.
Ali G. No.
Ali G showed he was Catholic. And that was canon.
Is Ali G? Is he Jewish?
Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah. he's
Yeah,
a-
Sacha Baron
I
Cohen's
know
Jewish.
Sacha Baron Cohen is
And he's
Jewish, but
married-
is Ali G Jewish?
Oh,
Or is he Muslim?
I've never asked.
I've seen like 2 episodes. I thought he's supposed to be like a British, like Pakistani second generation
Yeah.
immigrant guy.
Because Ali, that's a Muslim name.
Mm-hmm. The Ali G show.
But it could be his real name. I don't know.
Moving on from Sacha Baron
Yeah,
Cohen.
let's get into the
All
plot.
right, yeah, let's get back to this Travolta
Battlefield Earth.
movie.
I love in the opening scene when he's like, I found all the medicine I could, and then whatever he finds out his dad dies, he's like, no!
Yeah, that went from fucking 0 to.
And we never meet
5,000
his dad, so
real
we're like,
quick.
why are we supposed to care?
That's his dad.
I guess.
So yeah, he does that, and then his dad dies, and we get that for some reason.
He's got a lady.
Yeah, he does have a lady.
Yeah, who shows up again later in the explody collar.
Such a great sci-fi cliche.
Yeah.
The
Exploding collar,
It's
yeah.
in, that's in Fallout, New Vegas. That's in
Suicide Squad?
That's in Game
Suicide
Over,
Squad.
man.
That's bad, yeah.
The movie the Workaholics Boys made like 4 years ago. That's not a
Oh,
sci-fi
Game Over,
movie.
man.
They have explody collars in that movie too. They put one on the Indian guy's dog.
I'm thinking of another because I'm thinking of seeing a head pop off in a movie, but I don't remember what movie it was from.
Scanners, but that's just
No,
using
no,
collars.
there was a head. I don't know.
a lot of movies.
Hereditary.
Yeah.
Hereditary, yeah. More of a head slicey. More of just a sign, I guess, a road sign.
I saw that for the first time recently.
I still have
Really?
not seen it start to finish. I know like what happens.
Yeah.
But
Hail
I've
Payment.
seen it.
It's good.
So this Travolta movie. Yeah, so
the free range humans who aren't slaves to the aliens yet.
No, I just want to call it Battlefield Earl. Sorry.
Earl. So the free range humans live in a
Like
trailer
Battlefield
park.
And they know Crabman and
Yeah.
the baby's half black. Yeah, okay.
and the girl is supposedly like smarter than all the men, and that's why they don't want her to go.
To the big tree.
You fucker. No.
John Travolta does go to the big drink at one point. He gets hammered off like the alien.
Yeah, and he's very
the drinking
overacting. He's like, on my planet, I was supposed to conquer worlds.
I called it Space Mountain Dew.
Space. Yeah, he was doing the do.
He was drinking a slurp
A
juice.
slurp juice, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a big pot.
So yeah, the
I
humans.
texted you about this. This movie is just Travolta trying to climb the alien corporate ladder.
It really,
Yeah.
it really was like, wow, this
50
aliens are kind of just like us.
Yeah.
In the
It was like
middle
an alien
management,
allegory.
fucking corporate, fucking space.
And he's like,
Ron Hubbard wrote an alien allegory for capitalism.
Which I thought
working
about
your way from sales associate to regional manager at GameStop.
And he just throws like a pussy fit when he like doesn't get the big raise.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
He's like,
It just goes to show, take the pizza party and unionize anyway. This movie proved that, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, when they're like, he was only supposed to have like 5 cycles, however fucking long that is. I like how they're supposed to be so much smarter than us, but they can't use our time when referring to our Earth.
There's a lot of things they're supposed to be the
But
superior
so
race about.
they're
but
talking
not.
about the rays, and he's like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be here for 5 cycles, and my cycles are almost up." And then the big head of security goes, 50 more cycles,
Yeah.
and they all go, "Ha ha 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 ha." Oh, it's great. There's a lot of evil laughter in this movie
Oh,
too.
there's so much.
a lot of people
so
sitting
great.
at just get
Having a laugh at a table.
It does feel like an office sitcom where you're just watching these fucking morons like trying to like
Another
run a
day.
company.
Yeah, the slave gold mines.
I watched the sitcom version where it's just John Travolta and Forrest Whitaker like fucking around.
And it's supposed to be funny. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like the shitty alien leaders on Earth. That'd be a hilarious sitcom.
Yeah. So back to our boy Johnny,
Yeah.
the human. So not only is it the aliens that famously look like they're from Planet Music Festival in this, but also the humans do.
Planet Patchouli.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the dudes have long
They're
ass
from the
hair.
planet of the bass, and they're like bass nectar dubstep looks.
Yeah,
That's
for
what they
sure.
are in this
Yeah.
the planet of the bass.
I like his 2 braids in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the boy Johnny and Sammy. That's the girlfriend's name. Is Sammy. It just came to me.
I don't remember.
Normal.
Which another just.
All the names end in E. There's Johnny, Sammy, and Barry. Those are like the 3 main humans.
Which is so lame and uncreative because, like, it's 1,000 years into the future.
Yeah.
Humanity has supposedly forgotten how to do all of this, like, technological stuff.
Yeah.
Which they learn to do in 2 weeks. Later on in the plot.
Fly a Harrier jet.
But, like, I would have hoped that, like, could we get some creativity and give them, like, future names? Not just, like, the most boring, lame American names from the present day.
Thinking back on it, I think part of that too might have been that like any sort of creativity died when the human race did, and so everyone was just named the same shit over and over and over and over and over
No,
again.
I mean, it's 1,000 years, bro. Language would change. Names
This
would
movie's
change.
missing a lot, bud.
It'd be cool if they gave him, like,
also-
Mormon names, like Bobbert or some like
Bobbert.
weird, like some
Brigham.
Mormons have just like off-putting. It sounds like a normal name, but it's not. That's what I would do. if
They
I were
could just do a
sci-fi.
George Lucas and name a white bull Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, right. The white guy has like a Chinese name. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
I was thinking this movie like it looks like the aliens must have invaded in the 90s because just technology stopped evolving.
Yeah,
So it's like
because it came out in 2000. It said it's 1,000 years later, 3,000. So yeah, they invaded in the year 2000.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
it's
have
funny.
like modern to the late 90s cars and like buildings and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, did they just like I don't know, it implies that like just no progress happened between.
Think of it like a what if episode of Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like when they walk through the shopping mall and all the guys are like, he angered the gods, and it's just like a mannequin and
Yeah.
shit. It's also very 90s of them to like walk through a shopping mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are dying.
And he was like, oh, you have a girl. I might have to go there and check her out myself. And that's what leads to them getting caught.
Yeah.
there's a famine of ladies. It's
Yeah.
like China. There's a lady famine going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they go get caught. That's a fun scene.
Yeah.
Did those two guys? That's what I couldn't keep track of the characters.
The guys he's friends with?
The guys that he teamed up with.
Yeah.
Did they die or did they get on the ship?
I think one of them died at least.
One of them dies in the end when he sacrifices himself.
One of them got shot, and like I remember that because the like Foley for this movie kind of made me laugh with like the gunshots because they didn't sound like normal sci-fi gunshots.
And
or,
then
like,
in the scene too,
gunshots.
where Travolta's like shooting cow legs off behind his back and like behind his head and shit, they explode one of his friends. They explode one of his friends' heads off with the collar.
Yeah,
to show him what
does
it
get
can
the
do.
collar
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like, who's that who gets their head exploded?
Some man thing.
Yeah, he was not
Man animal.
Man anima. Man thing is from Resident Evil. That's what the vampire lady says.
I like when Travolta bumps his head and he's like, "This silly wall! I thought I told you to get a man animal in here to fix it."
I hope that was improv. Right? Like
It could have been.
Actually, he just
I
hit
love
his
shit
head
like
and
that.
I
was
wish
just
it was
like-
in the script. That'd be even better if it's in the script.
Yeah, in the book. It's just
It's ripped right from
That's
the
why they
book.
put it in.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that scene in Star Wars where the stormtrooper hit his head. And he's like, "Oh, this is how you make space realistic."
Right.
I thought I
Clumsiness.
told you to get a man animal here and fix it. I love how he's like fruity the whole movie
Yeah.
too. He's like doing some weird like gay alien voice.
Yeah.
That's that thing where, like, in the '90s, all the villains were gay.
Oh yeah, true.
Gary Oldman and
Oh, the Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, yeah. See,
yeah.
this movie was part of that like '90s, early 2000s sci-fi boom that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With the
like
prequels.
Matrix, the prequels, Fifth Element. That was like a big thing at the time. And
Like a lot of gray, like sci-fi.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I
the
feel like
grayscale.
Yeah.
its aesthetic was pretty characteristic of that, but also just it felt like a Scientologist. Like I don't know, it
Wait.
felt like a Scientologist's.
Have you guys seen that
Perspective,
meme that's going around about like the Call of Duties that came out in the early Xbox 360 era having the quote unquote piss filter?
The desert piss.
It's like the
filter, yeah.
desert piss filter. Like if you remember
They had,
playing
like, a green
MW2
brown
or like
filter,
Black Ops
yeah.
1, the original, they had this like very sandy brown like kind of overlay filter on them.
Okay.
And I feel like I watched this entire movie with the piss filter
Oh
on
yeah, the
it.
color correction was terrible.
Yeah.
Every scene that took place indoors like was so it just looked terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a hard time telling what was going on during most scenes.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
it's
the
just like-
angles didn't help.
We need an HD remaster of this
Yeah,
movie.
I really do. Because all the characters are wearing brown. They're like kind of tan. They have brown hair. All the sets are brown. Everything.
They're like in caves and shit. Yeah.
It's like Gunner's jacket. Gunner could have been in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your piss filter jacket.
Well, judging from how stupid the aliens were, you could have like worn camouflage, and they would have been like some kind of cloaking device that humans once had on Earth. Yeah. Yeah. To your point about like Travolta climbing the corporate ladder and stuff,
Uh-huh.
I wonder if like that is part of like the book, and it's supposed to be about like work and
Yeah, I mean, it
capitalism,
might
or
be.
like I don't know if that was like something L. Ron.
I don't know
Hubbard
if it's
talked
that
about,
deep,
though. I don't
bro.
know if exactly. I don't know if L. Ron Hubbard made it that deep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How smart was L. Ron Hubbard?
We got to read
think
one of his
so.
books and figure it
Yeah,
out.
read his book.
Yeah, Paradizo.
Paradizo
Tell
Book
me how it
Club.
is.
We might, we might change our minds about the whole Scientology.
It's just misunderstood.
We're gonna go get audited.
I
Yeah.
tried to listen to the audiobook of Dianetics, and I just gave up like a page in because I was like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about right now.
I feel like it's all just like fake metaphysics and stuff. Like
We
it's
all
just-
come back in the next episode in Navy uniforms.
Yeah, we're in the Sea Corps now.
Yeah.
The next episode is
We
shot
don't
on a
talk
yacht.
to anyone in our family anymore.
There's a lot of like about how the volcanoes have something to do with our anxiety and that like
Oh yeah, because there's alien souls in them.
in the volcanoes.
That sounds about right.
Have you ever seen that South Park? It explains it.
Yeah.
Literally on the bottom, it's just flashing. This is what Scientologists actually believe,
Yeah.
and it's like a side. Yeah, we'll have to watch that.
It's iconic.
Have you seen? Do you watch South Park?
I mean, I've seen a fair amount
I've
of it. I don't
not
watch
seen
it
a lot of
actively.
it.
I watched the newer special, which was pretty good.
Okay. No, because I referenced it earlier and you didn't know. So
Which
I was
one?
Yeah.
The R. Kelly.
the beach
Oh, the beach
balls,
balls.
and
Yeah, I have
narwhals
not
or something.
seen
Yeah.
it.
That
Oh,
was
and the John Travolta R. Kelly
Trapped in the
Scientology.
Closet
Yeah.
thing. John Travolta was there.
Yeah.
And R. Kelly.
All right.
That was the big joke. Was Tom Cruise was trapped in the closet because like
Oh
they
yeah,
say he's gay.
yeah. I saw that one probably in middle school. I have seen it though.
Yeah,
I
that
just
one,
didn't,
that one I
didn't
watched when
click
it aired,
immediately.
probably.
Yeah.
Not gay, just married Aaliyah when she was 11.
Yeah. All right,
She was, like,
so
16, but
Johnny ventures out with the boys and they get captured. He's no longer a free range human. He gets put in the
the cages.
slave cages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
We never are shown how they escape.
that's true.
I don't remember seeing a scene of them escaping from these cages.
Good point.
Okay.
No, they let them escape because they want them to find food. So
Oh,
that way
right,
can
yeah.
find out
they let them
what
out
they
on
What
like.
they,
purpose.
that's right, yeah.
But
The
then
rats.
When they're about to
Yeah,
shoot
rat-
Travolta,
rat brain.
he was like, "No, we have to go back so that way we can kill them from the inside."
Yeah.
We let them all out for fun.
Honestly, yeah.
And he's like supposed to be chief of security or whatever. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, the best prison warden ever. He's like, we'll just let them go get their food. And it's a cost-cutting measure, guys. We'll let them go forage and they'll come back. Don't worry.
Then
And
we'll
they just
find out what they
rats
like.
And they just eat them live.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the scene too after he uses the intelligence ray. He's like, "Do you want lunch?" And he like
Yeah.
shoves the rat down his mouth. Dude, the acting. Oh my god.
It's a fucking ridiculous movie.
Do you want lunch? Ah!
That's why Face Off is a great movie because Travolta is also that Nick Cage is also that fucking wild.
I'm sure the energy in that is great.
Oh, it's
Hand motions
immaculate.
and all of it.
I love it.
And no, and when they're in prison, they get served like green goop, and there's
They
one guy
fight
who's
over
like,
it.
I eat first, and then my boys eat, and then you eat, and then he's like, no, we all eat at the same
And
time.
then Lisa Simpson comes. There's enough green slime for everyone.
Looked like guacamole almost.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the only.
Just
That's the
serving
only thing
guacamole.
the aliens learned how to.
Parmesan.
It's just
grow on
mash
Earth.
and then
Yeah,
mash an
guacamole.
avocado down.
Yeah,
Which-
this movie is just an allegory for socialism. Everyone has to share.
The same guacamole.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fat cats in the Politburo get to drink the alien Mountain Dew, while the man underneath, they're all equally poor and eating
Eating rats
yeah.
and guacamole.
In classic sci-fi fashion, all the food has to be a weird color.
Yeah.
Green,
Right.
Yeah.
It can never
Green,
just be
yeah.
a loaf of bread.
No, of course not.
Yep.
And I like how he uses rats as like his.
That's his
treats for
go-to,
being a
like,
good
insult.
boy.
Yeah, he's
it's
trying to
like-
treat train him with rats.
My boy, I'm sure he was eating better in the village, being like a hunter gatherer and like killing deer and stuff. The best John Travolta can do is fucking rats.
Well, and he says
They're
like,
pretty meaty rats, like to kind
They're
of
New
defend
York
them.
ass rats.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That was Splinter.
Well, no, and he says,
He got Splinter.
He's like, no, they must not like rats. It must just be the first food that they see. But then he just sticks with it.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, well,
he even admits that they might have not gotten it right.
Yeah.
He keeps
Again,
up with it.
They have been enslaved for 1,000 years at this point.
Yeah.
The humans don't know their language, which is insane. Like, if I were a slave for years on end and I had, like, I'm sure you would pick up on something being said by the aliens. Like, especially after 1,000 years, the language barrier would be broken. I guarantee
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, grocery store, bathroom.
Yeah. Well,
Especially
he's also a free-range human. so
Especially
that's maybe why.
from the
Thank you.
aliens. You would think the aliens know English,
Yeah.
but they don't, for whatever reason.
Well, yeah, I liked how they explain how Johnny learns the language, and then they start like talking the alien language, but then they change it to English. So that was but it just does sound ridiculous. Like the language sounds ridiculous, but it sounds even more ridiculous when they're speaking English because you just see these like fucking ridiculous looking guys like going blah, 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 and then they just say like, "Oh, these humans, what do they do?"
These man animals.
Like no one's talked like that since the 50s, and that's the ones who are on Broadway.
Maybe it's like in the
They're all-
Scooby-Doo alien movie, like the aliens watched the like Leave It to Beaver broadcasts back in the day. And they became like, well, that's how they speak English here. So that's
I
how
wanted to
it's
make
done.
a joke about the avocado thing because I was
Yeah.
like, oh, the aliens looked into like 2016 internet and were like, oh, everyone was eating this avocado.
I really like this avocado.
Avocado, yeah.
Chipotle charges extra for this avocado stuff.
It must be a
It's
important,
a treasure.
Yeah.
It's a treasure to them.
a delicacy.
Avocados from
Aphrodisiac.
Cyclos.
Cyclos.
Isn't that what they're called? Cyclos?
Cyclos.
Yeah, avocados from
Very
Cyclos.
creatively named.
I like that.
Similar to Frank Herbert, the guy who wrote Dune. It's just like all he did was borrow Arabic words, and then it's Prince Paul, Lady Jessica. It's like all just like boring. Duncan, Idaho. Was the guy.
Idaho.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Patrick.
That sounds like a
Jason
create
Momoa. Yeah,
That
Jason
sounds like a
Momoa.
create a character in a Madden football game.
It sounds
Idaho.
like somebody who has English as their second language tried to think of an American guy's name. Duncan, Idaho.
That reminds me of this movie I love called it's the guy who directed Napoleon Dynamite. It's called Gentlemen Broncos, and it's about this kid who wants to be like a sci-fi writer, and he goes to like a convention or something, and it's like a writer's workshop, and meets like an actual working sci-fi writer. It's one of the Flight of the Conchords guys. Oh. And his like advice to the writers is like, oh, for your names you should add like anus or itis to the end of every existing name. So like his character's name is Bronco, so he tells him to name it to Broncanus or Bronchitis.
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 Like bronchitis.
Yeah.
Bronchitis.
Great fucking movie. Look into it. Gentlemen Broncos.
I do like
Broncos. I'll have to check it out.
So yeah, John Travolta treats Johnny to some rats and teaches him every single thing he would need in order to
overthrow the alien race.
Uprising and
so that the thing is that they
shows them how to fly their ships.
John Travolta doesn't get his raise, and so him and Forrest Whitaker, they have a plot where they're going to steal all the gold from Earth.
Yeah.
And so they
to
have
screw over their bosses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have to have some humans mine it for them.
Because they want to do
it
free labor. We don't want to do it ourselves.
Yeah. But at first they're like, it's unethical, like, to get the humans to do it. And it's like, oh.
You've had them enslaved for 1,000 years.
What were they doing for the last 1,000 years?
Yeah, I think ethics has been out the door for a few hundred years at least.
Very little logic with these aliens.
And they say, like, Johnny shoots one of them, and then Travolta is like, oh, no, a human wouldn't know
how to use a gun, and he gives it back to him, and he shoots another guy.
That was fucking wild.
But in my mind, it's like, oh, humans don't know how to use guns? Did they not use them when you invaded 1,000 years ago? Were they not shooting at you?
Plot hole in this movie.
Were they not shooting at you 1,000 years ago?
Yeah, Fort Hood is just full with all the jets still work. They haven't been maintained in 1,000 years.
Yep.
Just
the fuel is fine.
Yeah.
Zero dry rot.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a flight simulator, you're good to go. You can fly a fucking Harrier, which also peeved me because Harriers, one, they're British planes, so we don't have that many of them, and two, the ones we do have would have been on aircraft carriers, not real. They wouldn't have been Harriers.
Also, Arnold Schwarzenegger's not in this movie, so who's going to take it off for them?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, good point.
That's a great.
But yes, it's implied that they somehow get electricity there and do all the training and stuff.
Yeah, where do they get the electric hookup from? To run the flight sim.
That's a great question, actually.
Where's the generator running the flight sim?
Yeah, the whole rebellion thing takes place in such what is portrayed as a short amount of time.
It's true.
Yeah.
Travolta like shows him how to like use the fucking
power grid.
Sure.
Generator.
Yeah, he's like, and here's how you turn on a generator.
Little power. Let me help you.
Yeah, I will give you guys nuclear power. In exchange, you will mine gold for me.
Here's the giant hole in the middle of our ship. Just if someone shoots at that, it could destroy all of us.
I'm only telling you this because I want you to mine gold for me.
Yeah, but they wanted gold the whole
It's a real
time.
father-son relationship with Travolta and Johnny.
It's like a Luke Darth Vader thing.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
He's showing him the secrets of the dark side.
Too.
Yeah.
The secrets of the dark side and the knowledge beam.
Yeah. Why do they have just a beam that shares like the entire history of their race?
I like when he's getting hit with it too. He's like nutting.
And he's like, no, I need more. He's like, I need to go back in.
He's edging on the knowledge machine.
Power is, erotic.
The knowledge / gooning machine.
The milking table / knowledge machine.
That's what the green slime is. It's just alien.
Classic. Oh yeah, and John Travolta. What's his wife? His wife is the wife in this movie. I can't remember her name.
His wife is the wife.
It shows he has there's an alien chick that he's gonna party with.
Oh yeah,
She sticks her tongue out.
Yeah.
She's got those DSLs.
Yeah, his wife is no longer with us. R.I.P.
Yeah, that was her.
I don't remember her name. I really should, but
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker's character had 5.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah.
It's like, all right, space polygamy.
And Travolta's just a dick to him through the entire. He's just like,
Yeah.
no,
Pretty
you
much.
fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah.
Well, and then when Forrest Whitaker changes sides in the ends and goes with the humans, it's like, no shit, you were an asshole the entire movie, bro.
Yeah,
This happens
Travolta
in every
was,
Disney movie.
the quintessential.
Travolta, watch a Disney movie.
was like the quintessential small business tyrant.
Yeah.
He's like he is the GameStop manager who's a dick to all of the employees.
And gets overthrown by the employees and assistant manager.
Yeah, Battlefield GameStop.
Battlefield GameStop
Yeah.
corporate ladder.
Because Forrest Whitaker is the one who has the idea to have the humans mine the gold, and then Travolta's like, "That's a horrible idea. We'll never do that." And then it turns out he had a camera, and he's like, "Oh, like I'm blackmailing you in case you backstab me." And he's like, "I would never betray you, sir." And
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, whatever, dude.
Right.
I love how the way that they watch the humans is a drone flies by and takes a still photograph like every hour or two, and he's like, "I'm always watching. Remember, I'm always watching. Always."
That's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'd been there. They wanted gold the whole time. It said that in like the title thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
I think that was like their goal, but I guess they have hidden gold that the leaders don't know.
Well, they didn't
know
about
The
Fort Knox.
CEO
They don't know, but we've been here 1,000 years. The only thing we want is gold, and we've never heard of the place that has the most gold on
Yeah,
Earth.
that like middle.
Never heard of
schoolers know
Kentucky.
about. Yeah.
Yes, that middle schoolers know
Travolta
about.
takes Johnny to read the Declaration of Independence, and that's where he
Right.
gets the idea to overthrow them.
Yeah, it's a great scene.
There's statues of like Lincoln and like Galileo or
Yeah.
something.
This was your old world.
Yes. Yeah, it's weird because like the aliens seem to not know shit about Earth. Like they didn't do their homework at all before they pulled up. They're just like, all right.
And then somehow eviscerated the
just
human race.
blitzkrieged all of the armies of humanity, which it showed the Harrier jets can fight the spaceships.
Yeah.
So I guess the aliens just caught Earth with their pants entirely down
Yeah.
because there's no like sign of. Because clearly the military, they scaled. They
Yeah.
could have done it, but
Bush
yeah, this is
Jr.
the-
was out for a smoke when the aliens
Yeah.
came and hit
He was
us.
chilling.
a second shuttle has landed on the White House.
A second alien
Yeah.
mothership has hit the White
Bush
House.
did the Cyclo
invasion.
invasion.
Yeah.
Bush did the
There it
Cylco
is.
invasion.
That's your alternate Independence Day. Is George Bush was president when it happened, so
Yeah.
they didn't know that the aliens were going to come.
That's a
and
good point.
he was too
It's juicy.
incompetent, and they just took over all of Earth. In
That
like a
could have
week
been.
somehow.
Yeah. I wonder if L. Ron Hubbard goes all into all this.
Earlier, I had an idea. It would be funny if like sitcoms, aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, take me to your leader. We run this shit now.
Yeah.
I want to see the first like year of aliens trying to like set up shop on Earth and like try to get shit in order.
That'd be pretty funny.
Because it's
That'd be a
been
good
1,000 years later, and they don't seem to know shit about humans or Earth.
Also,
or
they didn't
anything.
get all the gold in 1,000 years.
That's insane.
That is, yeah. They have plenty of time.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining George Bush now watch this drive on the moon and it goes like 1,000 yards and he's
Yeah.
pumped.
I wonder what the rest of the Earth is like.
Yeah. The same.
dusty.
I guess?
Maybe.
Right, like what's going on in China during
Yeah.
this movie?
I always wonder that, like in Mad Max, because it takes place in Australia. It's like, what about the rest of the
Just
world?
normal. That's just
And
regular
that's just like
Australia.
regular
Yeah.
Australia.
What's going on in Cloud
It takes
City,
place in
Kenya?
Australia because that's what Australia's like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they're right conveniently, of course, right by the whole operation's head, wherever it is, because John Travolta's in charge. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're like, yes, Washington, D.C.
This
I don't
must
know
be
what
the
this
capital.
is, but we'll do the capital of alien
Yeah.
colony here. So
I love when his boss gets off the plane and goes, "These puny planets, the gravity is just so different."
Yeah.
It's like frustrating him. It's like, haven't you been to like a million different planets before?
It's always
Aren't you
frustrating.
used to different gravity? But yeah, I guess if it always is frustrating.
yeah, that boss's brother is the fat Cenobite from Hellraiser because they look similar. Hellraiser reference, anyone? Anyone seen Hellraiser?
I've seen Hellraiser once, but
Okay.
I appreciate it. My roommate
I'm
loves
aware of it.
Hellraiser.
Yeah.
All
I
of
know
them.
there's a lady Hellraiser now. Ooh, boy.
Oh, I watched that one. It was fine.
That was
There's
fine.
a lady Hellraiser.
She cute.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the lady Cenobite from like a remake of Hellraiser with like a lady.
I'm talking about the remake, the Hulu.
Yeah, yeah.
original.
That's what I was
Yeah.
talking about too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What were you talking about?
There's like a demon Cenobite lady in the original Hellraiser.
Oh no, yeah.
She has like a stoma that she talks.
And this new one, Pinhead is a lady.
Oh,
and,
wonderful.
and it's yeah,
We should remake Battlefield Earth with all ladies, like how they
That'd be
did with
sexy.
Ghostbusters.
yeah.
And then we'll make it money.
Well, we'll definitely make it
Yeah.
money this
We'll
time
do a
around.
porn parody of Battlefield Earth.
Oh, I'm sure it exists.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's Battlefield Earl again, and it's like a
Battlefield
trailer park porno parody of Battlefield Earth.
Travolta
Again,
just
I'm
like
sure it
fucks all the
exists.
humans.
Travolta and Forrest Whitaker are just double teaming all the humans.
So even though
Battlefield
the director-
Girl, Battle
Girls.
Fuck Earth,
Battlefield Girth.
Battlefield Girth. There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
good. Battle fuck Earth.
Battle Fuck Girth.
So the director wasn't Scientologist,
No.
but I can imagine maybe the church funded this somehow.
Yeah.
Because I don't
They
know.
put prosthetic dreadlock pubes on him to make him look more like an alien.
He has the like Fu Manchu pubes.
With dreadlocks.
Pubes. It's a fucking like, I don't know, 12-inch dildo, just like fucking green and
The nut has to be green.
And it's a
Yeah.
gay, it's a gay
Yeah.
porno too, because there's
Gay,
one
yeah.
female character in this whole movie. So the
gay.
porn
Yeah,
remake
she's
has
just
to be
watching
gay.
all of them.
We're assuming their genitalia is similar to ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I guess
I
we
don't
never
wanna
see
They could have.
Travolta.
I don't wanna think
They could have a
about
nose down there
what
for all we
the
know.
Cyclo's genitalia
I mean,
looks like.
good enough that
Considering they were trying to go back and party with babes, I think it's
yeah, it's good
pretty
enough
similar.
that Forrest Whitaker could give it to 4 of them. Maybe he's got 4 cocks.
maybe
Like,
they
it's
do all have 4 dicks.
just- Yeah.
They're like dreadlock
Didn't
dicks.
think
They're
about
just
that. They
like-
could have
yeah.
multiples. It's true.
Dick locks.
Dick locks, cock locks.
Cock locks. There
locks.
you go.
Oh,
All right.
the imagery.
Dread
in my
cocks.
So the aliens somehow just didn't know about
Just
Fort
fuck off,
Knox.
yeah.
They don't have crazy. They don't use the flying drones to like do any sort of research or anything about Earth. They just show up.
They don't have any metal detectors.
Yeah. I don't know if gold shows up on a metal detector.
They
Is
don't,
it? It's usually like.
It's
hard
a metal.
It's not, but not every single metal.
I think there's gold detectors that
Yeah.
I would
like
say I reckon it would be surrounded by metal. So
Yeah, that's true.
they just have like a siphon and a pan and they're just like in
Yeah.
the river just like digging up gold.
That-
1870s
No,
gold
I would not
mining.
be
everyone
surprised
grab a
if-
colander.
Yeah, this race that can like do cross galaxy travel, but still like they just get all the human slaves to, like pan for gold. That's like
Yeah.
the most efficient way.
That'd be
that
hilarious.
that they have in store. Like yeah, they can fly through space and like all this shit, but they have to like pan for gold because they don't have any. Yeah.
Well, don't they say at some point like, "Oh, we're just gonna destroy this planet," and then Travolta's like, "No, don't do that. Like, I like it here."
I like it here.
That's why I bitched when I found out I was stuck for 50 more cycles, is because I really like it here.
Maybe that's maybe that wasn't happening.
or maybe
but
it was just shitty writing. And that's
Yeah, it
That's
could be that.
probably what it is.
Yeah, it could be
Shitty
what happened.
writing, yeah.
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
So this movie, it was a big flop. It had the most Razzie awards up until Jack and Jill, I believe.
Hell yeah.
And this movie, there's actually an FBI investigation to see if this movie was like a scam just to take money from investors.
Because the production company had like fraudulent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the production company ended up like scamming, allegedly. I think this is all still allegedly, right?
I didn't.
I don't know
did
if
not
anything.
do any more research than. What
I don't know if
just-
Breaking
anybody.
news to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody ever got convicted or anything like that. But
If they did, they disappeared.
the production studio that made and funded this movie apparently fleeced a bunch of Scientologists out of a bunch of money to budget this movie.
Yeah.
Like the budget was listed.
This is the one time the FBI
I-
was on Scientology's side. They were
The
like,
budget.
I'm conflicted.
yeah.
yeah, right.
The budget online is listed at like 70 something million to make this movie, and I think from what I understand they got like 90 to 100 million dollars to make this movie.
They were getting kickbacks.
They're lining some pockets.
So it almost broke even.
Yeah.
Are Scientologists like known
yeah.
for like anything like job wise? There's probably
Actors?
not that.
Actors.
Right? 'Cause, like,
Hollywood people.
Mormons, like they all do pyramid schemes, but it works because they're all like a tight knit religious community. It like works somehow.
Yeah.
But I don't
Really?
Know. Yeah. Like a lot of Mormons are.
That's what.
like,
What's his
pyramid
name?
schemes.
The guy.
Utah has really lax laws about multi-level marketing.
What's the guy's name who ran for president?
Mitt Romney?
Mitt Romney. Yeah. He like ran some financial thing with his like sons or something.
He
Or
sold
his brother.
Forex.
Yeah. He sold Cutco
Bain
knives.
Capital.
He
Bain
sold
Capital.
Cutco knives. He was a Tupperware salesman.
He had to grind.
Door to
you know?
door.
You can do it. If
What
you
do they-
follow Cutco, you can-
What's the steaks company? Oh fuck.
Omaha Steaks.
Yeah.
You know they can't drink coffee. I found that out recently.
They can't do any caffeine. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was selling FiOS door to door.
They saw like what the Muslims are doing, and they're like, we need to beat them at this. We got to double down on
Yeah.
even less
Yeah.
stuff you're allowed to have.
Yeah.
Well, who Mormons aren't allowed to have coffee?
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah.
You
That's
know that?
tweaked. No.
No caffeine, no smokes.
Mormon,
I also
you
found
can't
out what
smoke if you're a Mormon.
Soaking, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Where they put their
PP in there and they
yeah,
don't
they put their
move.
penis,
move,
but
so
they don't
they
have
don't.
sex. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then you can get someone else to jump on the
Yeah,
back.
I think
that's right.
apocryphal.
That is- yeah,
I
that
don't
is
know
right.
if that's ever happened.
Hypocrisy.
I mean, you could do it though,
Like a-
theoretically. Like,
Oh yeah, you could.
it probably has never happened,
Yeah, I
but
mean-
you could do it.
There's like one Mormon guy who like slipped and fell and his dick fell out of his pants, and then there's a chick laying there. With
Like
her,
in,
with her
it's like
legs
that
spread.
Eminem song.
Swear to God.
What? Slipped, fell, landed on his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the old MTV like safe sex
Yeah.
doesn't happen on accident.
Joseph
ads.
Smith was just like it's fine if like your friends force you guys to have sex, but like just don't do it intentionally.
Joseph Smith is like, it's fine if your wife is fucking someone else and you're watching, but you have to get cucked. That's
you're
the
right.
only
Say
Yeah.
big
Watch you
cuck,
fuck your
Joseph
other
Smith.
wives.
Is that true? He's a cuck?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I
okay.
don't. Yeah.
No, dude, he was an alpha.
Yeah, he had like
He had
7
an
wives.
He's an alpha, yeah.
Yeah, you just watch
He
your
was
wives
the Andrew
fuck each
Tate of his
other.
day. He was just like, guys, listen
We're
to
gonna
me.
go to Utah and be top G's.
Top G's in Utah.
He's like, do you want?
Joseph Smith wouldn't let a woman pilot a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He only got to Illinois, and then I think they murked him, and then
Someone killed him?
They killed him?
Yeah,
Who?
like a mob.
Oh,
what
thank
happens
God.
with the Mormons? If you guys are interested,
Well, I would
I've
like
seen-
to. Can
I've
we
seen the
finish the
musical.
movie
I've seen
first?
South Park.
Because there's a point at the end of this movie that I was
I'll be honest,
very
I didn't
intrigued
finish
by.
the movie, so I'll let you guys go.
right.
When they blow up the Cylco's home planet,
Yeah.
Psycho.
it's implied that all they need, or something that's talked about, all they need is a small explosion to do it because the entire atmosphere is radioactive. So if you trigger one tiny explosion on their planet, the entire
Just
thing
kills
will
all
blow
of them.
up because
convenient.
the whole atmosphere is radioactive. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Methane.
did someone never like light a cig on their home planet?
Right.
Who just like the first person to try and smoke a cigarette on their home planet just does a genocide?
Yeah, the
be
first
fun.
guy. Yeah, he's like, I have an idea for a combustion engine. And they like,
Yeah, right?
We didn't know what our atmosphere was when we did that. Like,
Yeah,
some dude just
he
did that.
starts the first Model T and the whole planet goes to shit. Yeah, I don't know how that works. How have they never had any sort of combustion explosion on their planet?
Like trying to have a barbecue and then
Say,
you
isn't
just
that
kill
just
everyone.
lighting a candle?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, they became a advanced civilization, having never harnessed the power of fire. Somehow, they did it.
And that's why they seem so far behind humans.
Yeah,
When they
right.
got it, they never got fired.
Did you finish it, Brad?
I did finish it.
Okay,
Yes. It was
yeah.
good.
So you know what I'm talking about.
I do,
then.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
it's
it's
so
valid.
stupid.
When he's in the so they teleport a ship
Okay.
full of
Across the
WMD
galaxy.
to the Cylco home planet.
Uh-huh.
And I think the original idea is the guy's going to come back. It's one of his buddies, right? It's not
Yeah.
Johnny who does it.
Yeah.
One of the sidekicks, and he's going to teleport, and there's a few
Drop the bombs
yeah,
and then teleport back.
And of course, it doesn't work that well, so he has to sacrifice himself.
Yep.
And
He has,
this
like, a
shot is so
grenade
insane.
launcher.
So yeah, if you thought the
It's
angles of this-
completely sideways.
yeah. So he's like in the cockpit of the spacecraft with all the WMD on it, and he's like stuck in the seat. So it's shot like this. Like his face is facing the bottom of the screen. He's laying on the top of the screen. It's
And
very
it's like
bizarre.
all sideways,
And
and,
he,
he's
like-
like holding a rocket
Yeah.
launcher.
Fires a AT-4 in a way that you could not do if you were like upside down and have only use of your like one hand. It's
Okay.
very bizarre.
So yeah, he fires a rocket launcher into the bombs to blow up the bombs to destroy their planet. And
Okay.
obviously, he ends up dying in the process.
R.I.P.
And so back on Earth, right?
R.I.P. unnamed friend.
Yeah.
The best part of the ending, which makes zero sense. So John Travolta's still there, and Forrest Whitaker switched sides. You know, he's with the humans.
Yeah.
He's a Jedi now.
Yeah,
Jedi.
he joined the light side. Which, first of all, I don't think he would last very long because there were probably a lot of resentful human slaves who would just
Yeah.
want.
Want to kill him?
Like, nah,
Yeah,
we
all
all
of
That guy
them.
raped me.
Yeah, all of the cyclists. They're like, oh, these are the good ones.
Well, what
We're
about
gonna keep them
he's
around.
the arbiter from Halo.
Yeah, he's like Danny Glover, I guess. But that took some convincing, and that was a little different. But, because, yeah, Danny Glover's the arbiter.
I know.
Riley was just being racist. Confusing.
Because he's black.
He was
Forrest
confusing
Whitaker's
them.
black,
Yeah. He's Samuel L. Jackson's character. Okay, go on.
So
It's Mace Windu,
Yeah.
and
they have.
He plays Saw Gerrera in Star Wars. Sorry.
Yes, he does,
So
yes.
Forrest
he is,
Whitaker. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Great actor. He's also the main character in Samurai Ghost Dog.
Haven't seen it.
I
My
haven't seen
professor
it.
said it was good.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard so many
Never
good
heard
things.
those words together before.
I think it's
I'm
like Ghost.
intrigued.
It's Ghost Dog
Warrior,
Samurai or
Way
something
of the
like
Sun,
Okay.
something like that. He's like an urban style individual, and he becomes
Is
like
he like in China or something?
no, in America. He just
Okay.
gets obsessed with like Bushido and like samurai culture, and then
Okay.
just, like,
He becomes a
vigilante.
ninja gangster.
Yeah,
It's dope.
Yeah.
Our previous guest
apparently
Drake
really
told us
good.
about a movie where Ice Cube fights ghosts on Mars.
What?
A John Carpenter movie.
Yeah, it was John
Whoa!
Carpenter's last movie.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That sounds sick.
yeah.
Is it good?
I have no idea.
I've never heard of it. It's probably not.
He
Drake
was
said he
not
hated
selling
it.
it,
Yeah.
but I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I like the cube.
Ice Cube Ghost Mars movie.
I like
it's
the
called.
cube.
Ice Cube Ghost to Mars.
All right.
All right, yeah, go on.
All right. Damn it, we're getting through this
Yeah.
fucking movie.
Yeah.
All right. How we got in time?
49 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So, here's the end. They blow up the alien planet. They do a genocide,
Yep.
and it's John.
They do a Hiroshima.
the Hiroshima,
A mass
the whole
scale
thing.
Hiroshima.
They hit him
Imagine
with
a more mass scale Hiroshima.
They hit him with the obese man, and it destroys their entire.
The obese
the
man.
fat man, the morbid man. They hit him with the Chris Christie. That's what they named the nuke that they go to drop on the planet. They called it Chris Christie.
The sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
He wasn't even married. Like they're just like, oh, this looks like it would be named Chris Christie.
Yeah, they don't even know who that guy was because they evidently don't know anything about
Yeah.
humanity's
Was Christie
past.
active in politics in 2000?
Probably.
He was probably pretty low. I don't know when he was governor of New Jersey from, but it probably.
I would love if the aliens were like, and we're going to hire Chris
I think he was in
Christie
the military
to be the
during that
manager
time.
of you guys.
No, it's like we said they watched like old TV broadcasts. They're like, bring us to this Dwight D. Eisenhower. He's been dead for 30 years. So they get there, right?
Okay.
And so.
They nuke the planet.
This is yeah. So a sixth grader started writing the plot and was like, "We need some real irony here."
Yeah.
So John Travolta's in just a cage in the middle of Fort Knox, surrounded by all the gold. It's like time enough at last.
It's like
the
Raiders.
Twilight Zone. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like or,
you got all your gold, but you can't even touch it.
yes,
Yeah.
or like a crazy good movie, insanely obscure. A Boy and His Dog. It has one of those irony endings, but the irony is he gets milk forever at the
Nice.
end. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'll tell you guys about that.
Okay.
It's a really obscure.
It's like the classic
70s
Greek
sci-fi
tragedy
movie.
where it's like they get what they want, but like it's
Yeah, so they get
Careful what you wish
John
for.
Travolta gets Greek tragedy, and so he says he's like, "There's other Cylco colonies. They're gonna find out what happened here." And they'll come and they'll use gas drones to kill the whole
they're gonna
planet.
gas chamber the planet.
Yeah. So they're like, we're somehow he's leverage for the humans because remember they have his whole plot. They caught him in 4K
Yeah.
explaining his plot to get all the gold for himself. So
Ah.
like, if they come, to kill us, we're gonna turn them over to you. And I'm like, he's already a criminal to them. They don't give a shit. They'll kill him
Yeah.
too.
They'll
There's-
kill you. They'll
Yeah.
kill him. They'll
there's-
fucking kill
yeah,
everyone.
They have no reason to keep him alive because one, his plot didn't even work out in the end. He did get his whole race killed, but I think that's what they say. They're like, we'll tell them that you're the reason the home planet's gone. I'm like, they're just gonna kill him.
They
too.
know he's
Yeah.
the reason their whole
They're gonna
planet's
come and
gone,
have zero
bud.
reason to keep anyone on Earth alive. John Travolta, Forrest Whitaker, or anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna kill all of them.
But on the bright side, our planet doesn't
Mr.
blow
Brightside.
up by just some.
A
Thankfully
guy
not.
smoking
Yeah.
a cigarette
Yeah.
no, will not
Thankfully
destroy
not.
the entire planet.
The first guy to light a match. Just
Yeah.
died.
Yeah, we got to get a sequel where it's the Cyclo's point of view, where like a guy just goes home to visit his wife and sees his entire planet blows up, and he's just like,
He learns about how about this. He learns about the Cylco planet, and he finds out that there's a holiday where they all leave their gas stoves on for an hour. He's like, we have a small window. We're gonna teleport a ship there, get out of the ship, spark a Bic, and blow the whole planet up. That's how they do
We're
it.
gonna, no, what do you,
sequel.
like those poppers that they use on 4th of July?
Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna throw snappers at the ground.
One in the
We're gonna
whole
throw a
planet.
handful of snappers at the ground, and the whole planet will
They light
explode.
off an M80 and it blows up the whole planet. They don't even need a WM.
just like a glitter bug flies in, and then just
Yeah,
Yeah. Someone farted by a lighter as a joke and they destroyed them. He's like,
Like,
"You
check
wanna
this
see
out,
it?"
bro.
Yeah.
dude, watch.
It's genocide.
Two drunk bros committed genocide.
Yeah, they were off the Space Mountain Dew.
The slurp
The
juice.
slurp juice, yeah. John Travolta and Fortnite. So yeah, Fred, let's wrap things up. You said it was entertaining at least, right?
Oh yeah, I was very entertained watching this film.
Yeah.
I can say. I think maybe like the last half hour, I was kind of like, okay, wrap it up. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
typical 2-hour sci-fi movie for me.
Yeah, definitely.
I was entertained because I was just laughing at it.
Yeah.
I found
that's-
there was
yeah.
lines that were very funny, like
Yeah,
like John
but-
Travolta and Forrest Whitaker not knowing how like they refer to them as like what was it like
Man animals.
they called the skull like a head bone or some shit like
Okay.
that.
My hair bone.
Which
Yeah.
to me is like
Skull bone. Sorry.
very evidently not supposed to be funny. But
Yeah.
it's so fucking funny. So
Yeah.
we're not laughing with the movie, we're laughing at the movie, and that's what made it worth 2 hours of my time is just laughing at it.
When they make the joke about the dogs were the superior race.
Yeah,
here.
that
Oh,
one.
Haven't heard that one in any sci-fi before.
Right.
So original,
They're
dude.
being chauffeured by the
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, guys. Jerry Seinfeld made that joke. Maybe they're just watching Seinfeld reruns. And
That's how they came.
why they called
That,
Scientology.
they're all Kramer.
yeah, that's a
all
good
the
point.
aliens are just a bunch of Kramers.
yeah.
Yeah, Jerry,
They're all crazy.
we need the gold from Earth.
We could enslave them, Jerry, but also teach them everything they need to know to kill us.
What if we got them to mine for us?
Thought it was funny how their guns looked like the plasma pistol
From Halo.
Yeah, it
Squeaky
really
toy.
did.
which I believe came out after this. But
That was a squeaky toy, right?
yes, the squeaky toy. If you're speaking Walgren Brothers childhood colloquialisms.
Yep.
Yes, there you go.
The
squeaky
plasma
toy
pistol was
existed.
called the squeaky toy because it looked like a dog chew toy that we had, I think, was the connection.
But I thought, yeah, it was so bad that it was good in some parts. The future was grim. I didn't like it. So if that's like the Scientology end of the world, the Catholic sci-fi end of the world, awesome sci-fi book from the 50s, Canticle for Leibowitz. It's like a post-apocalyptic thing. Very good. That's for Paradizo Book Club listeners.
All right.
Canticle for Leibowitz is
Looking forward to
the
it.
Catholic version of this Scientologist movie.
Isn't that just Book of Revelations?
Book of Eli.
Book of
The
Eli,
Old
yeah.
Testament is sci-fi as hell.
Another
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker, Book
Got
of Eli.
dudes jumping in whales'
I've
mouths.
seen it.
That's
It was-
Denzel. That's okay. Bro, you tell
Wait,
exposed,
I
bro.
thought that was Sam L.
Sam L. Jackson.
Sam L. Jack.
Sam L. Denzel.
Forrest Well Jack.
Forrest
Well
Jackson.
Jackson.
Forrest Jackson.
Forrest Well Jackson.
B. Jordan.
Forrest Well Jackson.
Forrest.
Wesley Jackson.
Forrest.
Wesley.
Forrest Morgan Freeman. B. Jordan Snipes.
Eddie Murphy.
That was impressive.
Eddie Murphy.
That's like a title of nobility.
Spike Lee.
Just naming books.
Spike Lee. Well, as Eric Andre taught us, L. Ron Hubbard was a black man. They don't want you to know that.
L. Ron Hoy and Bimbe.
Yeah, we are black Scientologists. Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard would like wear kente cloth.
Yeah.
Still your joke. Really.
It's all right. It's
You
a
didn't
good
know what it
joke.
was called. So
Yeah, that's a
I'll
fair
take
point.
credit
I
for
needed
that.
an assist on that joke.
Oh, but I did say before the pod, I wanted to bring this up about how Forrest Whitaker is just the black version of the Cylco alien race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
He's a diversity
some more
hire.
creativity. Like, you get to do alien races, and you're like, well, there's black ones and there's white ones, just like here on Earth. It's like,
Yeah.
give me something, buddy. Give me something. Although I highly doubt that was.
What did you want him
part
to
of
be,
the
Jar Jar Binks?
Space Jamaican platypus guy.
Do you think they had what's
Space
it called?
Brazilians. That'd be cool if they all
Space
had
Brazilians?
Brazilian accents in this. Alien,
Their names are like Rio and Rodrigo.
yeah,
and
instead of like fake halfway British
queer
they-
accents instead of
British.
queer accents.
Yeah, they just have the sci-fi accent is what I would call it, because it's not British, it's not American. They're just doing a fake.
Yeah.
Like John Travolta is doing a fake. It's like no one in Earth talks
Like goblin
that.
accent.
A
Goblin accent.
or alien accent.
Homosexual goblin.
Yeah. What? I can't remember. I had a joke lined up, but I can't remember what the word is, so I'm just not going to say it.
Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard, shitty at
Was
naming
a black
things.
man.
He took an L. Ron Hubbard with this one.
Needed to-
Ew.
George Lucas was better at naming aliens and people and.
I-
I don't.
I said
Max
it earlier.
Rebo?
There's a white bull
Max
named
Rebo's
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, white boy named Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Those are just Chinese people.
Ben
Oh, and-
Kenobi.
What did we find out?
Owen Lars.
Owen Lars, and he's played by the guy.
Joel Edgerton.
Joel
Yeah,
Edgerton.
I had no
Yeah.
idea That was him in the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah.
For like 2 minutes of screen time.
Famous Australian
I was like,
filmmaker
wait,
Joel
what
Edgerton.
the hell? Like, I'm like, how did he get there?
Have you guys seen The Gift?
The Gift.
That's one of my favorites of his.
Joel Edgerton.
He wrote and directed.
He wrote and directed and starred. He did a Ben Affleck triple hitter.
Yeah. He did. He did one a few years ago. It was like about a gay kid going to like one of those gay camps. I think he also wrote and
I know
directed
what movie you're talking
Boy
about.
Erased or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh
heard
yeah,
about that.
I heard
Is
about it
he
as
gay?
well.
He's not gay. I don't think he's
Bro,
gay.
if he's not gay and he made that movie,
He's
then, like,
fucking gay now.
Joel Edgerton in The Gift. It's
Took a
weird.
job from a gay man. It's just it's
Joel
not good.
Edgerton writes and directs this movie and then casts himself as the bullied rapist.
The
like the
bullied
villain.
rapist.
Yeah, he's like the kid who gets bullied as
Does
a
he-
child, so as revenge on
he
his bully,
rapes?
he rapes his wife when they're in their 30s. It's a crazy movie, dude. It's insane, but it's really good.
I'll check that one
What's
out.
the movie where Keanu Reeves is just like a suburban dad?
Knock knock.
Yeah, okay. I need
Terrible.
to see that. I need. Have you guys seen
Yeah.
it? Or are you
Yes.
just aware of it?
I watched it at work last year.
It's-
It sucks.
I liked
Does
it.
he get raped in that?
Kinda.
He sort of gets he like
He gets sexually assaulted.
yeah.
Okay.
He sort of like gives in. It's like that's like the thing is like Ana de Armas and Eli Roth's ex-wife because he directed it.
So wait, there's like actually like well-known people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This thing?
Yeah.
Well, this was like
Anna
Ana
Has
de Armas'
Arms
like
is in it.
first like major role.
Okay.
But yeah, they come to his house and they're all wet and they went to a party and they're like, oh,
Our
we just need to
phone's
take
dead,
a shower.
and, yeah.
Oh, come fuck us, Keanu. And he's like, no, I'm a family man.
And his wife and kid leave like an hour before to go
Yeah.
somewhere.
And it's
like
Father's Day, but they all go on vacation and they leave him alone.
because
So
he's
the-
a shitty father, I think is implied. So
Is
they're like,
it?
fuck.
No, I
Father's
think it's like
Day.
he's a
Seems
good
guy.
father.
He doesn't
Yeah,
wanna
I think
cheat on
it's-
his wife.
Maybe I don't remember the beginning of
And then
it
they
that well, but I thought he like came home late from something, and his wife was
Maybe.
like, "You're late. That's why we're not hanging out with you on Father's Day because you weren't home all day
Because
on
you
Father's
weren't home
Day."
for 50.
No, I thought
I
she
don't know,
they
maybe.
she felt bad for having to be out of town. I don't remember.
Yeah, that could be it too.
But,
like,
yeah.
like I said, I watched it at work, so
They filmed them fucking him, and then by the end of the movie, they posted on his Facebook page, and then it just shows all the comments popping up, and they're like, Keanu, what is going on here? Why would you post? And they buried him up to his
I
neck.
know, I've seen, like,
so
the
that's
final
why,
thing.
yeah.
wait, what? I don't think
You
I ever
fucking-
finished it. No, I didn't finish it. I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
finish it. We watched like an hour and 20 minutes of it, and I was like, "This is really fucking bad." So I went to the break room to start drinking beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
They bury him up to his neck, and then they show him them raping him on his phone,
like a
yeah.
and then they
guy in
post
his
it on Facebook.
I only got to the part where they like first start sexually assaulting him, and it gets weird. Like
Yeah.
I got past the part where they're all friends, and to the first part where it gets weird.
Okay.
So I know. Like,
Yeah, I
the
guess it's
first
not a great movie,
30,
but Eli
40
Roth's not a
minutes.
great director.
What else has he done?
Green Inferno. Did you see that one? That was like
Heard of
about
it.
cannibals.
I saw it. It was intense for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna rewatch it, but it was
Yeah,
interesting.
I
Shit that's like, oh, we're naive and modern. We're gonna go invade this
Yeah.
like Amazon tribe
Oh,
that has no
like
idea about
North Sentinel
technology and
Island or
shit.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to watch that movie because that's clearly gonna go
Yeah.
wrong. And Eli Roth is like gory as fuck.
Yeah.
So.
If you've seen Bone Tomahawk, I think that's a
I
better
love
version
Bone
of that.
Tomahawk.
Yeah.
We
I love
Have you
Bone
seen the other
Tomahawk.
Craig Zahler movies? Dragged Across Concrete. And
Riot in Cell Block 99 or something like
No.
They're really good. I haven't seen Ryan Cell Block 99, but Dragged Across Concrete slaps.
Okay.
that. I
I'll
remember
check it out.
seeing Dragged Across Concrete hammered and being like, "This is gay and long," and I really need to rewatch it. 'cause
It's great because it stars the best Hollywood right-wing guys, Mel Gibson and Vince Vaughn. They're the two dudes in it.
Oh, Kevin Sorbo's busy.
Sorbo's busy.
What's the movie Kevin Sorbo did with
Pool
Jim
Boy
Caviezel?
2.
Oh, yeah, he did do that.
Pool Boy 2?
That's the
Kevin
only. That's
Sorbo?
literally the only Kevin Sorbo movie I can
No one
name.
heard that. You gotta say that again.
Kevin Sorehole.
Hey.
Got him.
Look at that.
Yeah. But I didn't know him and Jim Caviezel did a movie together, who's also a guy who does like weird right-wing movies that
I
no
didn't
one
know who
sees.
Jim. I only knew Jim
Jim
Caviezel from The
Cumpliesel.
Passion of the Christ, and then this new
Sound of
Sound of
Freedom.
Freedom
Yeah.
movie. I had no idea who he was
He did
aside
one
from
with
that.
Kevin Sorbo, and I forgot what it was called. But
I don't
it's,
know
like,
who Kevin
kinda
Sorbo is.
famous.
Who's this other
So
guy
is Kevin
again?
Sorbo.
Kevin Sorbo's
No,
like,
but the other guy.
oh, Jim Caviezel.
He
So you're telling me
He's
Kevin,
Swiss. Fuck him, he's Swiss.
Jim Cumpleasel, and
Cumpleasel.
Kevin Sorhol did a movie together?
Yes, they did, and they're both like right-wing Christian guys. And
So is John Voight,
Voight, yep, he's another one of them.
Soy,
John Soy. Yeah, John.
John Boy.
John
He
Boy.
likes boys.
John Boiz.
John Boys.
Yeah, that they made some Roe v. Wade movie came out
Yeah.
for years ago.
I remember when that one was coming out, and like everyone was in that one.
Yeah,
like,
all of your favorite right-wing psychos are here. It was literally Milo Yiannopoulos was in it.
yeah.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was so. I was doing some.
Andy Milanakis.
Is he right wing?
No,
I was gonna say I doubt that.
Who did you say?
Milo Yiannopoulos.
Oh, I thought
He's
I
like
heard
this gay
Milanakis.
British guy who
Big
like
difference.
He was like a
Okay.
defector in 2016.
Yeah.
He was around for like the 2016 election.
Okay.
he was like a gay British guy who claimed that being a Republican like made him not gay anymore, but he's still like kind of gay.
He claims he went to conversion therapy and isn't gay.
And it worked?
Yeah, well, because his original grift in 2016.
And now he's buddies with Kanye.
He did hang out with Kanye
Yeah.
for a bit.
So
in
he's
Candace
just,
Owens.
he's scuffed.
No, he's just a grifter. Like, his grift in 2016 was, I bet you he is gay, but like he needed to become relevant again. So he's like, I'm not gay anymore. But that was his grift was like, he's like, I'm a British Republican who's gay, and I hate PC culture and Donald Trump. And
Can we revisit Republican Andy Milanakis? Because I feel like
That'd
that
be
has
pretty
legs.
funny.
That has
That'd be
legs.
pretty funny.
I love Trump.
Well, we'll end on this because we're very far into it. So we were talking about Money Plane on a previous episode. Do you guys know about Money Plane? It's this famous movie, came out a few years ago. It's just like a famous shitty heist movie. But I was thinking about it. I think you didn't see it either.
I don't think I did. No.
Yeah, because there was like a lot of talk about like where did this movie come from? I think it was a Republican thing because Joey Lawrence and the Lawrence brothers are all like very far right, and Kelsey Grammer is Republican, and Denise Richards, she's a Republican,
Probably.
and she's in that movie, and so I think it was another like Republican picture. But that just was never mentioned in any of the,
Was
So are we just getting like Republican movies now that they're not even
think so.
telling us they're
Ben
Republican
Shapiro
movies?
I was
he
gonna say,
started
was
like
did that come out before Daily Wire was doing it?
Yeah, it came out before.
Okay.
And it's one of those like famously like bad movies. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I want to
Check out our
Denise
episode where we
Richards is
talked
in it.
to
It can't be
We
great.
should do that. We should do Daily Wire movies. People liked Run, Hide, Fight, the school shooter one.
I haven't seen.
And then there's
There's a
other
new
one.
cartoon that I saw a trailer for. It looks like
Is it the one that is getting accused of being bootleg Bluey? It's they made Republican Bluey dog. But
No,
they're
no, no,
changing
no.
it.
It's-
a disgrace.
I
to the
did.
Wheeler
I did
family
hear
and
they were
the
gonna dabble
Australian
in
man.
kids entertainment.
no,
too.
it's like a Family Guy style
wait,
cartoon.
real?
Adam Carolla is like the lead of it.
And Daily Wire's doing it.
Daily Wire is doing it. What's his name? Joe Swanson is in it.
Oh, Rob
Patrick
Riggle.
Warburton.
Patrick Warburton.
Patrick
Yeah.
Warburton. Who's Rob? No, Rob Riggle's a different
Hey,
guy.
it's
Rob
me.
Riggle's
I think
also
he's in it. now,
Republican.
Yes, I read the article. about
Roseanne
that.
is in it.
That I believe.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah, Roseanne.
It's
Kyle
me,
Dunnigan
Kronk.
is in it.
I dated
Actually, it's got
Elaine, and
pretty
I'm a
stacked cast.
Republican.
It's famous people from all over the scale.
Yeah.
I can't get over the fucking Roseanne on Theo Vaughn. It didn't happen, but it would be good if it did about the Holocaust. Straight up said that. Did you guys see that clip?
Roseanne.
I believe it. She's
with Theo
batshit.
Vaughn. She was doing her own thing, and she goes, "Well, it didn't happen, but it would be a good thing." I'm not kidding. It was a huge. I mean, it's not even a
Jesus.
controversy because when she says shit like this, no one's surprised.
That's
Like,
the thing.
she
It's
straight
so-
up said that.
She's been on like Rogan and
I
like
guess I
Bill
haven't,
Maher's
like-
podcast, and Joe Rogan has said straight up like she's not the most
No,
educated
she's off the
person.
rocker.
She's not terribly like she'll read something on the internet and just believe it, and then and then he said to like, oh no, that's actually wrong. This is a thing, and then Joe Rogan's like, oh, Roseanne's reaction to that is usually just, oh, okay.
I think people.
So it's like it's hard to take a person like that seriously.
Yeah, people like come to her, like comedians like Joe Rogan, like Bill Burr, like, oh, she was like a canceled comedian. Let's like
Yeah.
give her a chance. And then they talk to her for 10 minutes and they're like, oh, this
Oh,
woman.
no. She's retarded. Yeah.
Yeah, she's way out of it.
Yeah.
She looks whack too. She's been hitting the plastic surgeon a little too much. She looks like she's like 40 again. It's scary, but not in like a scary plastic surgeon.
She looks like she's an 80-year-old who's 40.
Yes. Yeah. Look her up.
She's Tiny Rick.
All right, I need to find out the name of this Daily Wire.
Bluey knockoff.
No, not the Bluey. The adult sitcom.
Yeah, it's like it takes place in a school or something, and it's like Adam Carolla is like a teacher who like is against PC or something.
It's like, we're not doing pronouns in this school.
Yeah.
It's either going to be really good or really bad.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll either just be like them like railing on woke shit.
That's what's
relying on
annoying is
that.
like I think when they originally started like the studio thing, they were like, we're gonna just, it's not gonna have an agenda. We're just gonna make content. But now it does sort of seem like it's turning into like just Republican content.
Yeah, because like if you just rail on woke
For
stuff,
Andy
it
Milonakis.
becomes-
Yeah. Andy Milonakis Republican
Yeah.
content.
If you just rail on woke stuff, it becomes as annoying as the woke stuff.
Yeah.
You can't just do that. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're making, Brett Cooper. She's like the cute girl Daily Wire character.
I know Gina Carano. She
No, not Gina Carano.
No,
Yeah.
she did a Daily Wire.
She did. She did a few.
I know. I
she got like a big deal
I
out
saw
of
the
it.
trailers for it. It looked
Yeah.
meh.
No, the girl Daily Wire character, she is like making a Snow White movie where she plays Snow White.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Is she so right? Instead of so,
So
right.
right, yeah,
She's so right.
yeah.
So right, yeah. Wait. Oh, because Patrick Warburton was going to be in the show. Hey, Ben. That's a cool hat you got on there. What's it called? Oh, a kippa, huh? Nice. You know, I was friends with Jerry Seinfeld. I was on Seinfeld back in the day.
Hey Ben, I hear your sisters got some knockers.
Hey Elaine,
Wouldn't mind if I
I'm gonna go.
slid like I did on Elaine, huh?
I'm gonna go fuck Ben Shapiro's sister.
We should do that is watch.
Elaine, it's over. I got Ben's sister.
I'm aware that Ben Shapiro's sister and her husband. I doubt they're still.
Does he have big
doing it.
titties?
OnlyFans?
I wish. I wish. No, but they did a movie review show on their YouTube channel. So I want to watch some of those.
I've watched some of Ben Shapiro's movie reviews.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
It's a lot of like him being mad about woke movies, but then actually like I don't know. It's weird because like he'll review the Star Wars movies and like complain about the woke shit, but then he'll like actually give an actual review of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he like good? Does he have like good?
No, he
taste
doesn't
in
have
the
good
actual
taste in the
review?
movies. I
Okay.
mean, he's like a Orthodox Jew, like far right.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Of course, he's not gonna have like good opinions on movies.
And this is what the liberals in Hollywood want. They want us all to have dreadlocks and use space guns.
And eat green cum. they
They
want us to
you to
eat
live
green
communally.
cum.
They want you to live communally in the fields because they're communists. This is their agenda. This is what they're trying to tell us about Battlefield Earth. They want us to have dreadlocks and be hippies in a commune.
And they don't want you to work your way through the GameStop corporate ladder.
It is an anti-capitalist movie. If he had only
really
not
is.
betrayed the company and worked harder, he wouldn't have been there for another 50 cycles.
He could pick himself up by his bootstraps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to hear.
If he was a true American, he would have just worked harder.
If he didn't support Israel,
He supported Israel.
He didn't support Israel, and that's why he didn't get the promotion.
Yeah. Battlefield Earth is actually about the aliens are actually
Yeah,
the
aliens-
Muslims.
Yes, the aliens are the Muslims, and the Jews just want to chill on their kibbutzes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just he has it completely wrong. Like the humans are clearly the Palestinians. That'd be crazy. Yeah, Battlefield Earth. You can read it. You could read it as that.
You could.
really could read it as the humans be.
Maybe L. Ron Hubbard truly was, a genius writer.
I don't know about
All right,
that.
we'll end there.
All right,
We'll end there.
Any of that.
All right. See you next time. Big peace.
Big piece.